The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Welcome everybody to another Tuesday night. Jesus, that session that put me back in time, bro. Jesus, that was rough. Another Wednesday night here on Beyond Wednesdays. I'm working on. I'm making a sticker, right, for San Diego. I want to have a bunch of stickers to hand out to people, and I'm trying to think of good ideas, like to, just something easy, like my skull logo or something, but like good ideas to have something on there, whether it's a QR code, but QR codes are kind of, weird, to have my logo and show people how to get to the channel and everything. So if anybody out there that's watching can think of anything, shoot me some comments, because I got to get those put in. I should have figured that out probably a month ago. We were talking backstage, me, Richie, and Clutch, about San Diego, and it's here, man.
Yeah, dude. QR codes are a good idea, man. It's just easy peasy. Like it's a weird magical thing, man. Like I'm gonna have a lot of them in the booth this year.
Yeah.
Well, you can generate QR codes pretty easily, and so like it wouldn't be a bad idea just to have something on the back of our phones or something like that, where it's like, hey, check out our channel.
Yeah, put it on our badges. I want to have something to put on our badges.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I see those people that have like those cards that like have a chip in them or something, and you can just touch people's phone. But I don't think everybody has that available on their phones, to pull that.
I've never heard of it.
A lot of phones have the RFID stuff now. I think those are pretty cool.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, where it just brings up all your links to like whatever. Like it could bring it up to like Linktree, just like anything that you have, right?
Oh yeah.
So I've been going crazy on these live sales. I've been hitting Whatnot. Whatnot has been amazing the last couple of weeks for me, and not because like I'm selling books for crazy amounts. I think every book I sell is at least like 30 to 50% off fair market value on the stuff.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. And people are getting good deals, so they're buying a lot, right? That's the thing that helps.
Yeah.
And I use Gemini mailers, but I didn't want to buy the extra pads this year.
I don't either.
So I've been cutting cardboard, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And there's a certain box that just cuts perfect, right? And I got tired of using a box cutter. Because my hands were fucking hurting, too old for that shit. And so I asked my dad, I go, Dad, don't you have like an old jigsaw or something? So I bust out this jigsaw, and I'm cutting this jigsaw today, and I'm outside doing it, and it's fucking hot, and all this fucking cardboard dust,
particle dust,
is all in my beard. And I tripped out, and I was like, all right, I'm going to shave this thing. I went one step before shaving it, and it's the shortest I've had my beard in years. And
I noticed that. It looks good.
Really
I like it.
Feel it.
How it does look good.
I feel naked, bro.
No, you look good. It looks actually better, I think.
Did you lose like 10 pounds? Like,
you do. Yeah. See that sexy face, that jawline.
But that's
last week I saw Clutch's hair all slicked back and pulled back, or maybe it was, and I thought he cut his hair. It looked like you cut your hair.
Yeah,
and then And then I started seeing you pictures like you with your sun hat on, like about to do garden stuff. I was like, oh okay, he still has his hair.
That's awesome.
What was the temp like when you were doing your gardening stuff, Clutch?
Oh, dude, it's look, man. I can't. It's like it's 72 degrees, and I'm like, I'm out there sweating. I'm like, oh man, it's so hot out here, guys. Like, it is not bad. Like Inglewood, like us, the beach city guys, like we know, like in South Bay, like there's a magical. You get the breeze coming in from the Pacific, and it's like it won't get. We don't ever get into like the 90s, maybe the highest at the height of like the summer, maybe in like September, but it's like. I think today max it was like 77. So
yeah, you know how you guys in Inglewood, you guys always get that what's that overcast layer that comes every marine layer from overall where the beach is over Sepulveda.
Oh yeah,
that is such a killer. My uncle, who's my dad's brother, he was a water truck driver at Hollywood Park for like 30 years. For the track, so every time that thing would come over, he would be able to just slack off. He wouldn't have to put water on the track. He was moist. But yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's nice. Man, I feel bad for everyone in like NorCal. Like my buddy in Sacramento was like, it's 117. I'm like, nope, we're half that down here.
Yeah,
it's so hot here that I thought my AC was broken for the last few days, and
you keep checking it.
Well, it turns out it's just hot. It's like I have to like roll down all my windows, blast my AC, and then eventually I can. By the time I get to my destination, my car is cooled down.
Yeah,
because I'm not just gonna sit somewhere and let my car cool down. It's just a waste of gas.
Yeah, it gets hot here, like around like between 11:30 and like 2 o'clock, and then it just.
It starts at 9 and doesn't end until 7.
And when I say hot, I mean like 88. That's like brutal. If it's 88 here, it's like the end of the world, like apocalypse, global warming, the whole bit. If it's not normally 72, like Clutch was saying.
Oh yeah, my dog is like, he looks at me, he's like, I'm not going out in this. He's like, nope. I'm a little bougie. I'm gonna stay inside.
He's so enabled.
Oh yeah, I give him all the time.
That's cute. That's cool.
That is great, man. Well, a lot of crazy news to talk about. Had a really good industry show last night with Nick, Key Collector Nick. It was, we talked about the first half of the year and what those guys thought about, some of the main issues in the first half of the year. And for the most part, I think it was very positive. I think that the comic book world is finally, they've got like a little bit of a head start on maybe they might be able to change some things. There's still some bullshit going on, don't get me wrong, but we're talking less about things we hate and more about things we like, right? Which is
awesome.
Which is rare for me. And one of the things that we talked about was commissions and the art world because of that whole nerd crawler website. And we talked about it backstage. We didn't get into it on the show, which I'm really bummed about, but that gives us the chance to talk about it tonight. So that's what we're gonna do. Hold on here. I always do this. I got to change some things up. People are gonna come in the Matrix, but if you guys people out there didn't see the Jim Lee storyline about his commissions, this is gonna trip you guys out for sure. So on Albert Moy's website, as you guys know, an art rep for many big time artists out there, he says, commission information for Jim Lee. For the first time in over 15 years, Jim Lee will be taking commission requests to be delivered exclusively almost all shows he is appearing. This offer is an exclusive show for attendees only and won't be shipped out. There's a limit to 6 per show, so act fast to get yours. Penciled and inked by Jim Lee. 11 by 17 inches, full figure, 1 character with limited backgrounds for $20,000. If more than 1 character or extra backgrounds or recreation of other covers not drawn by Jim will be $25,000 to $35,000. This shit is crazy, man. And you know what? Good for him. How much do you guys think an 11 by 17 Jim Lee commission would sell for on the secondary market?
20 to 40K.
Easy.
Yeah, if it's something that's good and key, like, yeah, I think so. No brainer. Like, and that's also the weird thing about the art market, right? Because like stuff sells, like you see these auctions and his stuff sells for so crazy high, and it's just like these dudes sold that stuff for, you know, some dudes traded T-shirts for them back in the day, you know, like sold it for like go get me a hot dog and a Coke, and I'll give you a page, like.
That's amazing.
And then they see these things getting flipped now, and I don't blame them at all.
Yeah.
And it does suck that there's, you know, it's like if you don't have deep pockets, you're not going to grab one of these. But you know,
good point.
Life goals.
It's you know, if there was a way that maybe there was like they could set up like some sort of like one time per show, there's a fan raffle or something like that you can get in and you know, but also Jim does a lot of stuff where he does auctions, a lot of stuff for charity, and he's done a lot of support for Bink with sketches. So dude, I mean, go for it, man. Like get paid.
Yeah.
Amen.
I agree.
Well, he did all those drawings for during COVID, the 24-hour auctions. And I think those, like, depending on the character, is as low as like what 10K or something like that. And then I think it went as high as like 60 during that time period.
Interesting.
So, I mean, I don't know what it benefited if it did, or if it was just like something he was doing for himself. I can't remember the details.
Yeah, I think those were for Bink as well during that time, because those were a lot of creators were doing stuff that helped out comic shops and through Bink. So
right, yeah. So I couldn't remember if it was for that or not, but I'm guessing it probably was.
I wonder how much. I don't even know if Alex Ross even does commissions, but I wonder how much an 11. He doesn't, right? How much do you think an 11 by 17 Alex Ross commission would sell for? It would easily sell for $20,000 to $30,000.
So shout out to JC Comic Stuff. I was just in a group chat and he was asking, he was like, hey, what would you rather have? A $20,000 Jim Lee a commission, or pay $20,000 for a full paint Alex Ross for $20,000 as
Alex
well?
Ross is the GOAT. There's no doubt about that. Alex Ross every time.
Right.
And I'm a Jim Lee
so
fan.
I mean, if you're paying the same amount, like, why not go for a full size painting? Like, it was like 11 by 18 or something like that, or 11, you know, some within that. And it was one of the covers for Secret Wars.
Yeah. So like on Alex Ross's page right now, there's like Amazing Spider-Man #5 painting. It's $20,000, and this is 12 by 18.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like what you were saying earlier, Clutch. If it was something key, that probably makes a huge difference, right?
Absolutely.
But it's also the difference between like a cover art, like original art, versus a commission too, as well. So I mean, it's like, you know, it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges to a degree. But I mean, at the price point, like, which would you rather buy?
Are you kidding me? Look at this.
Yeah, that's the God Emperor freaking thing. That's key.
$20,000 for this, you guys.
That's sick.
Alex, you know what? Alex, up your prices now. The price of the brick has gone up, my friend. This thing should be 40.
To Chris Rupp and Sal, if you guys are watching.
Yes.
We'll see you guys in 3 weeks, and they've just got gigantic, like, final prices are the low prices. Everything goes up after the show.
By the way, if they are watching, Sal is one of my bucket list guests for the industry show.
Oh, Sal's a legend.
Oh my God, bro. One of the funniest people. I started listening to podcasts back in the early 2000s, right when they started, right? Because I had this job where I worked in this, microchip processing plant, wafer processing. And you work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and you're just standing there in this like futuristic world, and you're bored as hell half the time. And I would hide a half of an earbud in my ear under the bunny suit, and I would have things to listen to. And I got tired of listening. You wanted to listen to things, so I would go and get torrents of like Coast to Coast AM, and the earliest podcasts out, one of them was called Comic Geek Speak, I think. And Sal used to go on this show all the time, and he was the funniest guest on the show, bar none. And I haven't heard him on anything in a long time, so I would love to get that guy on a show.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Anyways, long story that is caused by cannabis. Hopefully, you guys had a good session with us tonight. Back to the story. Yes. Here's some of the things I thought was interesting. This is from The Beat, which is a cool website. You know, gives you news every once. Heidi McDonald did this story, and she also mentioned. And as Comic Pro Twitter was quick to state, why shouldn't the artist earn the money instead of the reseller? The industry discourse was decidedly pro Jim Lee, a sampling. So this is from some artists or some creators. Tom Taylor says, Jim Lee discourse is very funny. So there's this quote. So there's this guy who painted the ceiling of a chapel, but he thinks he's too good to paint a cool picture on the roof for $100 and a few beers. Yeah. I think Michelangelo would tell the scariest man in the known world to fuck off daily because the guy was bothering him when is this going to be done? And Michelangelo would just say, when I'm fucking finished. And he did that for like 4 years, man. And that's to the Pope, who was you know what I mean? Like, yeah, get your money, man. Kevin McGuire says some of these people are upset that Jim Lee is charging $20,000 for a commission. Are you equally upset if someone got $1,000 commission from him and then sold it for $20,000? At least the artist is getting the money. Yep.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm sure, like you said, Clutch, like these guys they're gonna figure out ways to get their stuff into hands of people that might not be able to afford it, right? Throughout the year. They do all kinds of giveaways. They do cool stuff. I'm sure also he's giving people art all the time that he's just doodling on, and he's just like, here, take
like
this.
Those guys they would drop stuff. Like he did that a couple years. I think Rob has done that at Comic-Con before. Like he'd have his kids walk the streets and like they drop like sketches here and there and stuff. Like there's a way to get it. And even look at his prices. Like what was the small price? It was like a 5.5 by 9 or something like that. It was $1,000 or whatever. There's smaller pieces that you can get that are reasonably priced. And like honest to God, like 3.5 by 7 inch. That's like a trading card size. Like
$1,000.
I don't know, man. I would do that. I'd pay for that for $1,000.
Yeah. So 9 by 12 inches, waist up on one figure with limited backgrounds is $9 to $15,000. We'll have backgrounds, and more you pay, you can have other characters or scenes. And I remember, I want to say Marcus has 2 beautiful Jim Lee pieces, and I think they're 9 by 12. They could be 11 by 17, but I think they're 9 by 12. One's I want to say a Scarecrow piece that is just fantastic, and another one is a Miles Morales. That it was the first time Jim had ever done Miles Morales, and I think he paid for one for like $4,000. So I mean, his price, and that was probably 5-6 years ago. So his price has doubled in 5-6 years. I don't see a problem with that. That's not bad at all.
It's also a thing too, like figure drawing mentioned here, like $20,000 for an 11 by 17. He's like, you can imagine all the other art you can get. Honestly, like there are dudes who are getting that much now for current covers. Like I've seen Danny Warren Johnson pieces like $10,000 for covers and more. I've seen Otley stuff going for crazy amounts on Invincible stuff. Like and prices on everything are going up just as the world does, and it's a rough place out there. But you can find if you change your stuff, like if you're not trying to get one of the goats, like a piece from him, like cool. If you want to go out and get like I'm stoked to try to track down stuff at con this year. There's going to be so many good guys who like I love their stuff on covers, and like honestly, like I wanted the Ryan Berry, the guy who's doing the Transformers and Void Rivals covers for me. His stuff is awesome, and I'd love to grab the cover from these books from him. So, I don't know what he's going to charge, but it's going to be worth every penny, whatever it is.
Somebody asked me the other night. I think it was Igor might have asked, like, do I plan on getting any art, or somebody else maybe in IG? And I said I would love to. I don't have any plans to. And then I thought to myself, I reached out to Carla Cohen and I was like, because she was saying that she had commissions, and I'm like, hey, listen, if it's easier for you just to draw something for me instead of, give me money back or give me, another crazy mystery box or something, I'll take a commission. I don't know what she charges for them, but I feel like that would probably be a cool thing, a nice trade for her, having to wait a year for this and all this stuff. And we'll see what she says. But that's the only thing I can really think of. I used to constantly get original art, but I don't, and this is gonna sound really weird, I don't want to bother the artist. I'd rather just like, and the reason I say that is I think because I've had bad problems. The thing that happened with Arthur Sidem was fucking horrible, man. And I don't want to ever have that happen again to an artist that I like, right? Kind of like that Meet Your Heroes thing.
Well, he's fucking horrible, so.
Yes, he is. Yes.
So I actually have a funny story about that. Like, because I've bought a couple commissions already, like pre-ordered, like in anticipation for San Diego. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pick a few artists I know that their list will probably fill up really fast. And like, so one was Ji-Hung Lee. Well, I just got the email that he's not even attending the con now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and for that one, I paid up front already. So, and I sent in a blank. So basically what they're doing is he's doing the drawing still, and then he's going to, and then his art handlers are submitting it to CGC because I selected that option anyways. And then they're just going to mail it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other one I'm kind of worried about now too is, I pre-ordered a American Dolpho on the 9x12.
Oh, wow.
And then I heard that she misses out on cons sometimes. So so I'm a little nervous about that too.
Well, everybody's, talking about Jim Lee, and I want to read what Gail Simone wrote about him. This is kind of cool. And if you guys don't know, I'm a huge John Ostrander fan. His Spectre run is one of the greatest comic books written ever, in my opinion. And this is a cool story. So Gail Simone goes, I have a Jim Lee story. Legendary comics writer John Ostrander needed eye surgery. A couple others and myself went all around San Diego Comic-Con to ask artists for an art donation to raise funds to literally save not just his eyesight, but his eyes. It was for John Ostrander. And so I asked legendary artists that normally would be intimidated just to talk to. We got pieces from Neil Adams, Matt Groening, and lots more. Again, because it was for John, I worked myself up to ask the giants. Everyone was lovely, but it was all still intimidating. Asking legends whom I know get asked for stuff all the time. At the time, now, just as now, Jim was the biggest artist in comics, not to mention he was also my boss. When I asked him, I expected a no. He was scheduled tightly. It was San Diego Comic-Con. He had no free time at all, but I told him of the auction, and the only free time he had was during a panel, a packed spotlight panel. So being the guy he is, he decided he would draw a huge sketch during the panel, put it up on the overhead screen while drawing so he could do the panel and donate something amazing. He could have drawn anything. He chose to draw Batman, a huge, beautiful Jim Lee Batman, because he knew that would bring in the most dollars. We were all stunned. We couldn't believe it. I was thinking of adding Wolverine, Jim said. Now, keep in mind, this was the last panel in the last hour of the con. I was exhausted. Every pro was. I can only imagine what it was like for Jim. 10 times worse, I'm sure. Everyone would have understood if the drawing was loose or simplistic. Instead, during the panel, paying full attention to his fans, answering their questions, he went full Jim Lee. It looked like a cover. Batman and Wolverine drawn while doing the last panel of the con. Stunning. But that's not all. As he drew the two biggest characters in the American comics, I just couldn't believe the gesture, and he did it without hesitation. Watching Jim Lee draw a masterwork live was something I'll never forget. Then the panel is over. I go up to take the possession. It's stunning, as I said. I was terrified to take it, trying to imagine getting through the exciting San Diego crowd, taking it, and many other pieces from artists. He says, hang on a second. Turns out he didn't feel he had finished the piece. So the con is over. He should be crashing at his hotel. He wants to take time to add extra sparkle to the incredible piece. We find a round table as the con goers are being rushed out the hall, and he sat there while security kept telling us to leave to finish an already astonishing piece for the creator so he could keep his eyesight. That's fucking awesome, man.
That's amazing.
It's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Well, especially since like comic book, like people of the comic book industry don't have like traditional insurance from, the big two. I mean that's why that like the Heroes Initiative stuff, and it's just great to see that it's like it's almost like a unspoken family thing, right? Where they'll support each other through tough times.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, look, that's gorgeous right there. That's badass. So everybody's talking about this. I think it's interesting. I haven't really heard anybody else that's kind of said what the opposite of what we said. Like, oh, he's charging too much. Fuck no. If you don't, like Jimmy Palmiotti said, he's like, if you don't want to pay that, don't get one.
Yep.
Fuck it. He's
Jimmy. Someone else well. Yes.
Fucking A, man. Yeah, no doubt about that. That's for sure. Did you guys see, speaking of Alex Ross, did you guys see the Doctor Strange cover from today?
No. Well, I haven't even looked at books today. I've been so busy.
All right, I gotta find this.
I just remember from FOC, so hopefully.
Let's see if I can bring this up in a big picture because this thing's amazing. They're canceling Doctor Strange, I think with number 18. But Alex Ross has been killing the covers, and this cover right here is so damn good.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember that cover.
That is cool.
So good. The problem is Marvel frickin' put a huge blood hunt thing on it and this there. So I don't know if he's going to do prints of this at San Diego. He released some of the prints that he's got doing there today. They're cool, but I don't think they're this cool. Let me go ahead and show you guys.
I'll admit, I understand the need from comic shops to have a barcode on the front of the book and the ease.
Yeah.
But God dang it, doesn't it? It hurts. It hurts, man. It hurts when there's a good cover.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, with clear backing boards, maybe that'll change, man. Or maybe they're with the technology we have these days, it's so easy to have like Google see what the thing is or ChatGPT see what it is and immediately know what it is. You could just kind of, instead of hitting a barcode, you just have it scan the image, from far away or something. I don't know. It seems like we should be able to figure this out, but that's absolutely gorgeous. Where's I think he should have it on his site where he talks about San Diego. He announced some. Here we go. So he's doing this print, this variant. This is kind of cool. I just don't like the trade, but that's interesting. That's the old school. Didn't him and Jim Lee work on a cover like this or something? Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That's
for maybe Wizard or something. Maybe
it was like a print or something like that too.
Yeah. And then these prints, I always loved Alex Ross's Superman. My favorite is his Kingdom Come Superman, but that's a badass Superman. And then this is an old school print he did, but he always does these really nice, like quality prints. What do they call those? Giclées or something like that?
Giclées.
Yeah. The first ever print that I bought was a Alex Ross print, and you guys know I love Uncle Sam. I collect Uncle Sam stuff, right? And Alex Ross did the best Uncle Sam stuff ever, right? Alex. And show you this. Let's go. So the first one that I got was this one right here. And it was from San Diego, 1997. And I got it then. And it's badass, right? Then he comes out with one of the greatest prints ever. And I had to search high and low for this thing. It took me forever to find it. It's one of the greatest Alex Ross things ever. It's pretty big, you know, it's probably 11 by 17 or more. And it's limited to 500. Both of them are limited to 500. It's, you know, nice and pencil signature, which I like. And man, I eventually found one in Australia. I had the guy send it to me, right? I searched so much long for this thing because they sold out immediately. And it is one of my favorite pieces. And you guys have probably seen it. It used to be behind me. But Alex Ross's Uncle Sam is some of my favorite comic book stuff for Uncle Sam. He's just...
It's so foretelling, isn't it?
Right? I mean... That is one of the greatest images ever. It's just, that's America right now. It's been America for a while. Go fuck yourself. I do what I want. So anyways, Alex Ross, the print that he's got this year is the old school Batman Scars one, it looks like. Are all these are like probably massive, I imagine. This one, how big is this one? 18 by 24. Edition size 75.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
yeah, they do it. So, their printing stuff is always amazing. It's so damn good.
It's always impressive to see his booth at a con, like anything big, right? Like I went to New York one year, and it's just like almost like an art gallery in the middle of this Comic-Con. Is what it seems like, because he has like nice frame posting, like, you know, nice frames of his paintings and everything, and yep. it just reminds me of walking through like an art gallery of just the way it's laid out.
Did you guys hear this, Richie? You might have heard it. Young Avengers has reportedly been canceled by Marvel Studios.
Yeah, I heard it last week, but it wasn't. It was a rumor. But now they're actually reporting it. So, and one of those scoopers, insiders that tweets did kind of was a little aggressive on Reddit, on the Marvel spoilers Reddit, and they were like, "I never said Young Avengers was, you know, in development or anything." You know, basically backpedaling in their own words, and that kind of just led me to go a little deeper and. Yeah, this is not a surprise to me, but it's definitely a bummer. Definitely a letdown.
Why would they? That is so stupid. I mean, I understand if it's like, I know that the new boss came in and he said he only wants to do so many projects, Marvel MCU projects a year. They were doing too many, you know? Yeah,
quality over quantity. Remember, he used those words.
Mm-hmm. But this is where you should be heading. This is 100% where you should be heading.
Exactly, especially with the newer generations. I mean, come on. You're leaving money on the table here. Hello?
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Again, San Diego Comic-Con weekend here. There it is again with Deadpool and Wolverine. That kind of tells us where everything's going, right?
Isn't Marvel doing a Hall H this year too?
Yes, they just reported that. Yep.
I assume, I would take a wild guess that there's going to be some, if this is their first time back doing it, and like Marvel's in-house, Disney's in-house team is handling their booth this year, so it sounds like it's going to be, I would assume it's going to be a massive weekend for them.
They did come out last weekend and say that the majority of the announcements. The biggest announcements will be at D23.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
But they confirmed you're right about the Hall H panel.
yeah, that'll be crazy.
Hell yeah.
I still think it's a missed opportunity not to have Deadpool Wolverine playing at Petco Park.
Yeah,
Right.
Book that place out on a Friday night, have tickets for sale, run it. That would have been massive.
Oh, because they don't run games during San Diego week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, that would be a smart idea to use up that real estate. Because I mean, how awesome would that be, right? You spend a day at the con, and then you're going to see the movie, like
It'd be crazy.
in a ballpark. And then they have. It's not like they have to install a giant screen; they already have it.
Yeah.
yeah. If they were smart, they're not very smart right now. That's for sure.
Well,
They probably they don't want people ripping it off the watching the video and just uploading onto on torrent that night. So that makes sense too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Chucky in the chat is asking San Diego Comic-Con first stops for everybody, and he says his is Felix Art, and that's very smart. But unfortunately, they sold every page of Doom, of Sanford Green's Doom, and so that's not going to be there. So I wouldn't run there. If it was me, I go to Alex Pardee usually first. That's who I hit up first. Him or Coffin Comics.
Or go to booth 1101 and get your big experience.
There we go. There we
Shameless
go.
plug. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. We gotta see Clutch first. You know, isn't that the goal?
No way, man. Go see Alex first. Swear to God, I'll be there before the show. Before the show opens, that'll be my first stop.
Yeah.
I think my first stop. I'm gonna try to get to Mesco Toys. I really want to try to get one of the Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes are pretty sick.
Yeah, like where it's like his heavy gunnery and everything.
They
He doesn't even have
announced-
sword. Yeah.
Did you see the Super 7 Snake Eyes reaction figure?
No,
This
actually,
one, they've got a black and white reaction one of like which has like the original art for the issue 21 cover.
Really?
It is
Is it
so
Super
cool.
7?
I don't like the reaction figure models, the molds and stuff.
What is
I kind of
the
wish
Super
it was an
7?
O-ring one, but it looks super cool.
This ain't Super 7.
No, it's
use the number 7.
This right here?
There you
Is this it?
Yeah.
Is this everything that they got coming up?
Oh, the Willy Wonka is cool too, and the dance.
Right?
They're this year's crazy.
Wow, that's
You
cool.
can get a golden one.
I wish they were real chocolate.
Yeah. I'll be in Tijuana at Alita's while you guys are at the con because I don't have a ticket. So I'll wait till you guys get back and we can hang out the gas lamp quarter.
Okay,
If I don't go to jail in Tijuana.
That's
Just
right
meet up
there.
with
Totally kidding.
Chillin' Screens and Cornbread. I think he's staying in Tijuana.
Shut the front door. Really?
Yeah, because you can just ride the BART and it like lands right in front of the convention center.
Oh wow. He's got balls.
This one's really cool too. The Cobra Mortal. This is one of the reasons that I got on eBay back in the day, in like 2000. I was searching for the Argentinian GI Joe stuff, the Cobra Mortal and Cobra Da'ako, and I still don't have one, like an idiot. But this is one of the coolest throwbacks that Joe fans just love. This.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right?
I do like that reactionary. Is it Storm Shadow or Snake Eyes? Is it Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes.
That one was like Snake Eyes on that.
Okay.
I don't love that figure, but I love that package. The package is cool.
Yeah, this
Right,
one?
that has like the original art in the background for the silent issue.
Yeah, that's super cool. Here you go. What's this? A print? No, this is just them saying coming soon.
Jeez, yeah.
Oh, it was the tease.
Yeah. Well, I think Nate's probably gonna want at least one of these, so I'll find him. I'll grab him some. That was super cool. There was
Oh,
something
you can just
else.
send it back with me then,
Yeah.
or we can pack all the stuff I'm sending because I plan to mail stuff back. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to fit everything back on the airplane.
TNC surf design is sick too.
Oh yes, dude.
The monkey,
Yeah.
the gorilla, so good.
Right there. That is super cool. I saw that the other night and I went super nostalgic. I remember playing TNC Surf constantly. That's awesome. Outcast figures, Godzilla. This is a British G.I. Joe thing.
Oh, the Action Force, the Red Skull stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. There you go. There was something else that I also saw. Let me find this.
Has Mondo released anything yet of what they're doing for San Diego?
No, let's take a look. That's a great question.
I love Mondo. So good.
SDCC X.
Ooh, Anton Haynes is going to be at SDCC. Would love to link up. Who's going? Thank you for the 199 super chat.
Oh yeah.
What up?
All right, let's see here. This is Mondo.
Chucky
Web
Valdez says Mondo's trash now.
Collectibles.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Funko gutted the OG crew.
I still like what they're putting out, man. I like what Peter's over there kind of helping do. They've been putting out some good stuff.
Attack Peter, yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, I love Mondo.
Oh, Funko gutted the OG crew. I did hear that.
SDCC landing page for 2023. Nope.
It's 616, Chucky. That's cool.
They're not. I don't
OG
think they're
crew started
updated
up.
yet.
Mutants.
I think this is last year's stuff, right? Yeah, I wanted one of these so bad, dude. Look how dope that is.
Oh, that is cool.
That is dope.
Yeah, I wanted one of those, and I wanted the Doom print, but I didn't get it. This one from Aaron.
Oh,
Craig.
what up, Nick Birchie? Holler.
Nick's in the chat. Oh, by the way, we're going to talk about Nick's Kickstarter here in a little bit. I think it's still going. Is it still going? We had like 14 hours. He was doing a Darkwing Duck Kickstarter that was just ending. Let's take a look if it ended.
He's saying it's still going.
All right, here we go.
I love Darkwing Duck. It's cool.
There you go. How much time does it have? Why doesn't it say the time? What does it say the time? Huh. Well, there you go. 341,000 it's at. Not bad. Not bad at all. Also,
dude,
go ahead.
Sorry, I just clicked on that Mezco stuff because you got me on that one. But you have a Casey Jones 112 figure.
Oh, do they?
Oh, that's so cool. I love their 112 stuff.
That's badass right there. Holy cow.
Oh, that's killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Casey Jones. Uh-oh. Yeah, because I know with their exclusives, you have to basically go to their booth first, get a ticket, and then wait in line, and then buy whatever you want. But I know, like, they do limit people on what they can buy with that one ticket. I think it's usually like one figure per person or something like that.
Yeah. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, I think Swag was covering it.
$170,000, the most a 1970s graded book is sold for, I think, is what they said.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep. It's kind of interesting, man.
Do we know who the seller was, or was it just random?
It was, I mean, Metropolis Comics. I don't know if it was a consignment or if they did something.
I thought it was a consignment. That's what.
Yeah, it was Metropolis. Yeah.
Can't imagine that the guy will be like, "Yeah, it was mine."
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
So after all those hands, the person actually gets like really like what $50,000 or so. So the price of a 9.8.
Oh, yeah,
I want to say it was either swag or Sticky Goose. I can't remember, but there were multiple channels covering this, and one of them was saying that the seller was hoping to get $250,000 for it, and it sold for $170,000.
Why can't I find Metropolis's IG?
But 177. Dope.
I mean, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, tell me about it. For a bronze.
I wonder if it's one of those things too, where like if it had gone for auction when they first kind of got it back, or shortly after that, right? Because it's been since WonderCon, right? So that was in March, April. So like if it had gone up sooner, would it have a little more buzz to it than it did now? And especially after seeing like so many other books kind of like pop up, in like, oh, here's 50 copies of that Wolverine issue that are all 10s, like you start seeing more things populate, and so maybe there was that lag, but I don't know. Or if it would have been during San Diego weekend instead of a month before.
How about this? Yep. This just popped too. Automatic Comics is on it, man. This guy is like,
yeah. What?
Yeah, he goes, last week I made a video about 5 new 9.9s and a 10.0 for Spider-Man 1, the Silver Edition. Someone that watches the channel realized it was their friend that sent this in, and that person reached out to me and sent this picture. They submitted 11 books in the 9.8 pre-screen, and this was the result. They had 29 others in a separate submission that didn't get any 9.9 or 10s. They bought a big lot of 50 copies. He said this was the first time he'd ever got a 9.9 or a 10 ever. And then the other day he reported on this, all the first Sinister.
First Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
Oh my
9.9s. Like, this is nuts, man.
Oh man, I need to go sit in my stack of my brother's X-Men 282s, like First Bishop.
It's one of those things, and I think it's it's been talked about for years. Like people like the warehouse finds, the guys who've got stuff sitting on there. Dennis has talked about it. Drew's talked about it. Like there are dudes with product out there. There's stuff that are sitting in boxes and bins that they forgot. They don't know it's at the back of the warehouse that they'll never get to until someone's got to dig it out. And like, it's not surprising to me that we're seeing this. Like I saw a guy at a convention 10 years ago with like he had a long box of ASM 300s. It was a whole long box full, and I'm like, holy smokes, man. And he's just dragging it on his like little cart. It's like, there are copies of stuff out there. So it's, I don't know.
Yeah. It's the problem is that somebody from CGC, Matt or somebody, needs to come out and explain why all of a sudden out of nowhere, these non-modern, I know that's modern, right? Modern, but it's not like brand new, came out in the last year with cardstock covers, and I understand people getting those in 9.9s and 10s, but not this influx of books from 1990 and back. That doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, if it's a box that like this guy, the shop had it, they got it shipped from Diamond back there, and it's been, it had been sitting in the back of a thing. It's like never been opened out of this box. It's just sitting there, like
brand new.
And those things could be.
Fresh, I understand that can happen, and I agree with you on that. But here's the problem: why didn't it happen back? I mean, people have found those before and sent those in before.
Sure,
that's the only thing that kind of makes me go, all right, maybe did you change? Did you realize something that you were grading too harshly? Like what in your gradings has changed that this is happening right now? I mean, people have been finding warehouse finds, especially from this time period, because that was during the height of the first speculator boom. And Clutch is right. People were buying pallets of these books, not short boxes, pallets. Speculators would sit on pallets. So, but
there was a thing when I was dabbling into the sports cards, and you guys probably know this a little better than I do, but like there were talks about like certain, in PSA, guys would be like, hey man, watch out for these serial numbers that start with like these 5 digits, because that during that time they were grading like really loose versus really tight. And so like if you're going to get a 9 or 10 in there, it's probably more like an 8, or it was shift down because they knew like the stuff was the grades were looser.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so like as things come differently, it's everything's gonna evolve and new eyes on stuff. I don't think that there's I would hope not, but I can't imagine they're like, hey, we have to just start cranking a lot more 99s in every book that comes in, like give everything a bump, but
would you guys be mad? Would you guys be mad? And this I'm asking Clutch and Yee, but I'm also asking everybody else out there. Would you guys be mad if CGC came out and said exactly what that you just said, Clutch? Like, hey, we realized that we were being a little too harsh, and we've updated our grading and this and that. Or would that hurt them too much for them to come out and say it?
I think it would hurt them too much to say it, because especially since Matt Nelson had that book of how to grade your comic book, and if they veer too much from, basically, I don't want to say it's a rule book, but it's their standards, right? Or it's like a part of their standards. Like, hey, these are the guidelines we follow.
Yeah.
And if they veer off too far for that, then they lose credibility of, well, why would I trust you with my collectibles of what you say it's worth or whatever?
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. I don't think they could ever say like, hey, this is what we're doing, because everyone who's graded stuff for the past 20 something years, 25, 27 years, like would be like, what the F, like they open themselves up to, a lot of issues. But that being said, I think they said, look, there's probably 9.9s in there and 9.8 holders out there. And that's like what they did with that giant size. They went out there, looked at, I actually, Justin in the chat brought up a really good point and said the video they showed was key comparative grading. Send a whole bunch of the same book. And I know guys who are 9.8 dealers who like, hey, when they sub a bunch of this, they'll send 20 to 30 copies of a book in and say, look, this is, I want you to see a lower grade one that happened. And so you can kind of compare it to what's, what all the ones on the shelf were like. So
it sounds like it might be smart that if you guys think you have books that can bump right now, send it into CGC, get a press, and you might get a bump because of what we're talking about here. There might be a little bit looser on our grading things, and if you let them press it, I know Rage sent in an 8.0 181, no, a 7.5 181 or something like that, and got an 8.0. And then they sent in a giant size, and it got upgraded like 2 points on each book. I want to say he'll show it right here. Yeah, 7.5 to 9.0 went to an 8.0 to 9.4. So, I'm gonna send in. I have a 181 that's signed by Trimp and Lin Wein, and I think it'll look gorgeous with that JSA logo. It's already got a yellow on it, and I like it, but it was never pressed or anything. It's a 7.5, and I'm gonna send it in and try and get that JSA on there, get a nice little bump on it, turn it into an 8.0 or an 8.5.
And it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll bump my 0.5 up?
I think that's gonna be a rough one, dude. I think that's gonna be a rough one. So
I have an X-Men. I have an X-Men 120. Like, could that go up?
I love that.
Yeah.
It's missing pieces of the last page that does not affect story. So I don't think it can go much higher.
Are those the only 2 books that we seen that got a bump? Do we have people in the community that are saying to you, Bryan, or DMing you, Bryan, going, yeah, it's happening. If they press it right now, submit it, have them press it, we're gonna get a bump? Or is that just what you're going off of right now?
I'm going off of what we're talking about. We just got done talking about whether CGC is great.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah,
but I'm asking, are you going off of what we just saw right now, or are people
just what I saw right now?
Was that from CGC?
Oh, that bump.
We got to press through by
Yeah,
yeah.
Rage sent it to CGC to press and to get it regraded. And you know, I'm not saying, you know, you don't have to get it pressed with CGC. You could press it somewhere else, but it doesn't hurt, you know, on some of those bigger books. Like, I'll be honest, even Hood has kind of told me before that, you know, certain books, you know, just get them graded. But you know, X-Men one or Giant Size X-Men and #1 and 181 are books that are pressable. Period. You know, it's not like we're pressing a Punch 12 here. You're pressing a book that's been out, you know, 30 less years or whatever. But anyways, we'll see how that plays out. There's going to be a lot of information on that. I mean, if Automatic Comics is going to stick on that, it's going to be crazy. Do you guys see? This is kind of sad and it's a bummer, but we got to talk about it. I mean, Neil Gaiman, new sexual assault allegations coming out, made by 2 women. And this is a bummer. I don't know about you guys, but I've always been a big fan of Neil Gaiman's book, you know, comics and stuff. But man, here he is. He's on one right now, and this is crazy because what are they gonna say? Okay, here we go.
This is Hollywood elite in the age of the internet.
Well, this is listen. I don't want to get too graphic here, but I got to talk about this. One of the chicks. Hold on. Here's Red Hood. Here's Hood. Here we go. Hood, you're going to love this, brother.
Perfect timing.
Did you hear about Neil Gaiman?
What happened?
Well, you know what? John Delarose.
Did Neil Gaiman die?
Neil.
No, he's being accused of misconduct with.
Whedon, which we'll get into in a moment. But wow.
So Neil Gaiman.
What his little trick is, he researches some mythology stuff, finds a few points that are not that well known, inserts them into his books, and then pretends like he's like some literary genius. Not the best stuff. I got to say right now. I don't care if that gets me canceled. So by 2 different women with whom he was in consensual relationships with, and the subjects of a police complaint in
Hood, he got accused of sexual assault by 2 young women. I want to play this because
two women that he was in a consensual relationship with?
Yeah, he was married to this chick, Amanda Palmer. They had like one of those polyamorous relationships, right? And which, by the way,
hey, hold on. That's a big word, bro. Poly what?
Open marriage type thing.
Okay,
which
man,
never
it's
fucking
crazy
works.
how you know. Man, you're a linguist. What do you call it? A wordsmith.
Yeah, amen.
The vernacular on Mr. McClay tonight is unprecedented.
I don't care how many red pills, black pills, white pills that you've swallowed. Polyamorous and open marriages and open relationships never fucking work. They just don't. Good luck on that. But you know, it's all your thing. So they broke up, right? And he ends up having these different relationships with these younger women. And this is crazy what this one person's what one of the charges are. So I'll just let it play.
He's 63, of course, as a nanny to a child and fan of his writing, of course. Starts messing with Neil Gaiman a bit in this whole situation.
The nanny.
The women's allegations were first reported in this podcast, and the 4-part series examines women's accounts of rough and degrading sex with the author.
4 podcasts about it. These 2 chicks recorded, man. I haven't heard them yet, but I can only imagine. Holy shit.
Which they says was not always consensual. Though the vast majority of cases of sexual assault happen within relationships, most allegations go unreported, unprosecuted. Scarlet, who's 23, again, 23. He is 63. It's gross. This is really gross. The nanny of his children said he sexually assaulted her within hours of their first meeting in a bath in their New Zealand residence where she worked as the nanny. And Neil Gaiman says they only cuddled and made out in the bath, that he had established consent for this.
Major issue goes, because Bryan knows. Bryan might not look it right now, but you guys know I was a lovely 10-year strong heroin addict. And trust me, you don't hang out with heroin addict chicks that are prude, my friend. And that's about the only way that polyamorous relationships work is if there are drugs involved. Okay. So let me continue.
Of course.
See,
as a male feminist,
I can laugh about it.
A lot like the Acolyte episode, which just happened, where the Sith Lord takes off all his clothes and goes, all
right, so listen to this.
A second woman, Kay, 18, when she met Gaiman in a book signing in Sarasota, Florida in 2013. He would have been in his mid-40s at this point. Gosh, these people are so creepy. They're so creepy.
That is kind of creepy.
She began a romantic relationship with him when she turned 20, so groomed a little bit, and alleges she submitted to rough and painful sex she neither wanted nor enjoyed. One incident, she alleged he penetrated her despite her asking him not to, as she was suffering from a painful infection.
Okay, I'll play that again.
Denial sex she neither wanted nor enjoyed. One incident, she alleged he penetrated her despite her asking him not to, as she was suffering from a painful infection.
That is fucking terrible. Jesus, that is horrible. So, sometimes your heroes, they're not your hero. They're not the best people in the world, but we haven't heard anything from him, so we'll see how this plays out. But this is my question for this whole thing. Does Neil Gaiman get canceled and we don't see a season 2 of Sandman? Could that happen?
I didn't think about that. That's right, man.
I mean,
that was the first thought that went through my head when you told me earlier.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's fucking gross. It's sad. If it's true, it's fucking definitely, we're going to see another cancellation and goodbye.
Bro, you mess with girls that are like 20 and you're 60, you're asking for trouble, man. They haven't even matured mentally. Like they play games, bro. Like,
well, it's kind of weird. Like, did she?
And I mean, I get it, but bro,
I don't get it.
I get how an older man falls.
I can't go to concerts.
You know what I
mean?
I get that.
I can't go to concerts.
But I don't get him being a deviant
because I feel like that old guy at a concert. You know what I mean? Like I can't be like I don't understand that. But
I am that little guy at those concerts because I'm like,
well,
I'm
you're
sitting
on stage.
there on like
That's a difference. That's a difference.
Well,
you're on stage.
But then at the same time, like I'm sitting there like talking to the rest of my band and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there like having the Urban Dictionary what they're saying just to understand the conversation.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm just looking at Clutch and Clutches.
I know that.
Well, but then at the same time, it's like, but then like if I'm trying to meet someone, like I'm not gonna go to my shows that I'm playing to like chat it up with girls there because half of them don't even look of age, like they were barely old enough to like get into the club in the first place. Yeah. So I'm just like kind of like, it's like I'll just sit back at the merch table, like I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to say, bro. Like,
well, sometimes the people that write those things that are super dark in nature, Sandman was always pretty dark in nature, man. They've got some dark things. I always thought that Chuck Palahniuk guy was
the thing, though. You just don't know if they tried to extort him for money.
Exactly. That's why I say yeah.
Like,
if it's true,
that's why, like, it's just so out there, and
you would think that guys.
I hope it's not true.
You would think that after the whole Me Too movement and all that stuff, that guys would be extra smart about this in situations like that, because it sounds like she was a fan and all that stuff, and that makes it even worse. But we could see Sandman gone now. We could see that Dead Boy Detectives. I don't know if that's going to continue or not. And that's
Well, even if he's proven innocent in all this,
Yeah,
look
you
at
cannot
Jonathan
ring the bell. Yeah.
look at Jonathan Majors, right?
yes.
Like, so it's, you know, it's already starting, like, which is like, it's kind of sad to see like that kind of situation happen, right? That even though in our, you know, the court of public opinion is going to have their statement, and then in the court of law, even if it's proven innocent, he's still going to get side-eyed looked at anyways.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's just weird. Like you see, like actors and pop culture people get canceled immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
Politicians, they seem to like hang in there. You know?
Yeah, because they're the lawmakers.
Yeah, they're the politicians. That's why.
Yeah, you're not gonna cancel me,
Yeah.
I mean,
right?
I mean, hey,
I mean,
I'm not left.
Holy
I'm not
smokes.
I'm not trying to be political here, but everybody remembers when Biden did the little tried to do the little kiss to the young girl in front of.
Oh yeah, dude, that was
weird.
That was different.
Yeah.
That was weird.
As weird as Trump's Epstein stuff today, huh?
Oh, I haven't
Well,
heard
what
about
happened-
that.
Oh, we
Hey,
don't
what
even
happened
want to get
today?
to Trump. We could be here all night about weird shit.
Hey, what happened today?
Don't make me
Oh, man.
play my
They like
Trump
leaked,
farting.
they leaked parts of the Epstein report that featured him on there.
Oh no
Wow.
shit.
Oh, they leaked.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
man,
What'd it say?
There was one of like him forcing two, like the main plaintiff girl, I forgot her name, but she was like 14 at the time or something like that, having her have a
Oh
lesbian
my god.
encounter with another underage girl, and then there was something else bad. Like I was reading this thing, I was like, that's why I mentioned Brian when he showed that Uncle Sam image from earlier. I'm like, this is what we've got.
Yeah.
Just
This
the
is what. Yeah,
government's tipping us
exactly.
all off right now. It's just like, hey, guess what?
Lesser of two evils,
F you
my
all.
friend. Yep. Lesser of two evils. That's
I like Cosmic One's comment. Stein for president. There we
amen.
go.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking
You know,
of Stein,
the problem is why some of these younger politicians don't like put themselves out there for president of the United States or whatever. Like any little thing, they'll go back on your Twitter and say, well, he's a racist, or like he hates fat people. You know what I mean? And they keep that receipt. And he may have thrown that tweet when he was 11 years old, but because he did that, he is that. And
It's like
and
those blackface.
like a lot of
pictures
these
that are-
guys, they're like, man, it's not worth it. So this is what we have now. They're like, you got two guys that aren't afraid of being themselves for,
Yep.
you know, as bad as that is.
yeah. We brought up Stein, and I want to change the subject, and I don't want to bring up Stein after talking about that subject and say, oh, speaking of Stein, but the Stein packs went on sale. Stein packs 9. I think all the 9 8-packs sold out. He did. It says 2-pack maximum per household, only 1 per tier. All packs must sell out before money is collected or any sales become official. 2 9 4 9 6 packs at $85 a pack, 29 available. Or sorry, 9 4 9 6 packs are $85 a pack, 29 available. 9 8 packs are $125 a pack, 46 available. And he said the 9 4 9 6 packs have $100 floor, $125 average, $350 ceiling. So that's pretty good for $85. And the 9 8 packs have $125 floor, a $190 average, and $1,000 ceiling on that one for $125. So Stein packs have always been good, but whoever wins that freaking Darkstalkers, man, oh, that is such a tough book.
Hey, look what I picked up, bro.
Oh, I saw that. The cook.
That's great.
Yeah. Congrats on that.
You guys want to know what I paid for it?
No.
$5.
It's gonna be
I
so
know.
low. I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
$1.
So, bro, I found it on. I found
He
it
said
on.
$1.
I'm not gonna say.
Say it.
Say it.
You can't tease us like that now.
Do it. Do
It's
it.
not like you're gonna sell it.
So I know I've got this copy, but I'm so lazy to go and dig in my books, right? So I found this copy on Amazon, and I sent it to Doc Joe. And I said, Doc, I found you a copy because he was looking for a copy. And so he didn't buy. He goes, I never buy anything on Amazon. And I said, okay. So I think it was, I want to say 125, but I got some, I had some coupons, and then I got a credit. Like $20.
Wow.
Dang. Dude,
What is that
that's-
running on the secondary market?
So a 9.8 is listed right now for like $750. Hold on, let me pull up my Amazon because I don't want
Wow.
Darwin
to be a
Cook, man.
liar. Hold on.
Is this the top 3? This is one of my top 3. No, maybe
Scotty
top
Young?
5 Scotty Youngs, because it doesn't feel like Scotty Young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so early.
And it's rare. It's a cool book. This probably the run the jewels variant, right? That's a big one.
I like his what if Venom possess
Yeah,
Deadpool.
that's a good one.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put out a good one today that we're going to talk about in the new releases. So shout out to Cover Price, who has totally updated their page, and it's awesome. They've got all their new releases up, but I want them, Matt, if you're listening, if you can, if it's easy, if you hover over them, make them pop up. That would be cool. Anyways, this Amazing Spider-Man annual looks weird, but there's a 1 in 10 variant for it that's interesting. And then this, the Nova Annihilation 2099 cover, the 1 in 25. Did you guys see this? It's actually pretty cool.
I actually saw that in a store today. I could have picked it up, but should I have picked it up?
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
I like it. It's a homage to the first one, right?
Yeah, that's why I thought it was a homage to the first one. And I was like, this isn't a facsimile, is it?
That I was thinking the same thing, Aaron. You're totally right. And it's supposed to be the first last Nova. So I guess it's 2099 Nova. I don't see a lot of these 2099 books that have incentives. They're all open to order covers.
They're cool
I saw the
covers.
spoiler for that book. I might have to pick it up. I wasn't going to do it, but
Really? It's worth it?
Yeah.
I saw the spoiler,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Wolverine's
I'm
in
gonna
a
go
lot
run
of
to that.
news this week.
I guess I'll have to run back to that store Friday.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yee, look what I sent you, and look what I paid for it.
How much?
And it's a 9.8, dude. I don't even need to press it, bro.
Oh my god, are you serious?
As a
I was pretty
hardcover-
close. I was pretty close with my
Yeah.
initial get, or not the dollar.
Yeah, you
guess,
said
but the-
$5. I paid
said-
$6.96. That's
yeah.
almost $7. That's a lot.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of Blood Hunt tie-ins. You got the second printing, Linnell Francis Yu to Blood Hunt #1. I don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll see.
Oh, that Deadpool's good. That's Torrin
Yeah.
Clark.
Oh, this one right here?
The first one. Yeah.
Yeah. Movie variant. Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know. I've reserved the right to look at it in person.
Yeah. I like obviously the Alex Ross Doctor Strange, but this one's a good one. The Giuseppe Comicoli, Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. I love Strange with looks like a sword is right in his head, but it's on Deadpool's back. This is a cool book too, right here. The Lee Garbett Doctor Strange. They're doing facsimiles of Secret Wars number 7. And
I like the Ji Jung Jun Yoon.
1 in 25.
That's nice though,
That's a
man.
cool cover.
It is. I agree. I just hate that it's
Something about that trade, dude, that takes
yeah.
me back to when I was a kid, man.
I agree. I just found it.
if you Yeah, but if you read the inside too, it'll take you back even further.
I probably still don't understand some of the words in there.
I like the regular cover for Miles Morales Spider-Man number 22, the Blood Hunt issue.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Me too. Yep. Yeah, it's sold out everywhere online. I can't find it. Just the one at 50 I can find. Besh version.
Yeah, here's the Besh. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And the only
Hey,
reason
big
I
shout
say
out to
that,
Big Time Collectibles for being honest about their print runs.
what do you mean?
It says
Limited 3,000. Yeah, good for them.
Limited
Yeah,
1,000.
hell yeah.
Yeah. Instead of coming up with this bullshit like, ooh, Marvel limited to 300.
Yeah. All right, so I haven't read it yet, but this is going to be the book that I read this week first, the Spider-Man Reign 2, because it
First Kitty
looks
Cat.
awesome.
I got two of the 1 in 25s, and I got that Zek homage.
The
coming.
1 in 100 is amazing.
That's the new character on the lyrics.
This one?
Yeah. Kitty Cat. Meow.
That's going to be this is probably going to be the number 1 book on the Hot 10s, right?
Bro, that's Black Cat's sister, dude.
I don't know.
On the Andrews book, they're doing a San Diego variant.
Oh,
of
it's a
that
cool
too.
cover too. Yeah, the San Diego one's great.
Yeah, where it's like black and white and color splash.
Oh,
or something like
nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I like
Man, I wish I was
like
going to
all
San
these.
Diego with you guys. I'm so jealous, bro.
I like this
Do
little
it.
Francis Yu.
Do it. You should
Can't,
go.
I can't this year, man. I got
Next year.
I got shit I gotta
just
do.
plan it for next year, man. That's what you did this year.
Yeah, that's what I did last year. Was plan it for this year. Like I was like kind of like instead of like trying to rush like a 1 week trip or whatever. Or like I have enough time to like let work know I'm off. But yeah, it wasn't gonna happen last.
But
year,
here's my thing. I'm so lazy. Like I want to be right next to the con. Like in Baltimore, my hotel, I got in the elevator, got out of the elevator, walked across the street, and I was at the con.
That's where our Airbnb is this year. It's 0.1 miles from the convention
Shut
center.
the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.3 blocks.
Well, and then I looked up hotels in advance, like to see how much it would cost per night, and it was like $1,000 a night. And then
that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, when you got them, when they had them in the original thing, the open on peak stuff, it's like 300 and something a night, depending on the hotel. But yeah, if you go now, it's insane.
Yeah, and then
I mean,
like, and then my share
really?
for the Airbnb is $1,300 for the entire trip.
Man, they better have some fucking announcements at Hall H for that amount of money, dude. Like Chris Evans is coming back with Tony Stark and
Deadpool Wolverine, bro. It drops that weekend.
Oh yeah, I got my tickets.
This is a 1 per store. The Moon Knight is this got any heat on it, Richie?
It's sold out on the online retailers level. I can't find it anywhere. I woke up early. The one that I missed, I stupidly missed, was the one I was talking about freaking on my story, the Werewolf by Night Blood Hunt Maria Wolf.
It is so good. We're definitely going to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
But yeah, that 1 per
Gist
store
really
is tough
good.
to find right now. Yeah, that's a good one too. The Gist, yeah.
This one's good too. This Mike Del Mundo. I mean, they're all covers are good for the Rain book, but the Scotty Young is going to be
He's
a
the
big
best.
seller. Yeah.
That's a good one. First Inquisitor on the cover or in the guts, I think.
Alex Maleev 1 in 25.
Sonic the Hedgehog 1 in 10. Shout out to Fedora King and Ferdy. They like that book a lot. There's supposed to be either a new character or the character on the cover has new powers or something. And the 1 in 10 sold out everywhere. I can't find it.
Holy cow, look at this cover. This cover is crazy. This look at this. That is awesome.
That's good, man.
That is
The
It's
Cabal
like real
cover?
Imprex.
I did see that cover in person. That was nice looking.
It kind of looks like the Flashdance cover, dude.
It's the old tape Yeah, Memorex, right?
Oh, the Max,
Oh yeah,
the
there you
Maxwell.
go, Brian. The Memorex, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
Is it Memorex or Maxwell?
Maxwell.
See, Aaron already knows, dude. I hate doing that, dude. Like Aaron, like asks the question of what he already knows.
no,
The
I
minute-
could no.
That's when you know Aaron knows the answer when he asks you.
Memorex was Kmart and Maxwell was Target.
Oh,
Man, I did not know that.
Miko Suyan 1 in 25.
I'm totally joking.
Hey,
I was just trying to help you, brother.
No, I wouldn't doubt it, man.
it was the 90s. Anything went.
It was. I felt like the 80s, dude.
Here's the Maria
Oh,
Wolf
yeah.
1 in
80s
25.
or tapes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She posted this on her social media, and she didn't post with it. The pic she posted, I don't think had the trade dress, and it looks so
No,
good.
it didn't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, look at Jake Gomez all buff, biting the head off. Who's that, Blade?
I think did Maria Wolf get nominated for any Eisners or anything?
I hope so.
I think that she's probably going to be in talks for like definitely breakout artist of the year,
Okay.
Mm.
I like
right?
that.
Because she's,
Yeah.
I mean, everything she puts
Her
out
style is so, and that's what they're looking for, like uniqueness. Like
Yeah.
that's why Peach blew up the way she did. You know.
Yep. Good point.
Yeah, that's cool. 1 in 25. This looks like freaking Scooby Doo.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first saw it too.
Man, this is supposed to be crazy. A lot of people are saying this Wolverine deep cut is really good. So Declan
Like
Shelby
you mean like
125.
violent?
No,
Violent crazy?
yeah,
Okay,
like good.
okay. Surprised they didn't red band it.
Yeah. Isn't it a red band? Is it a red band? Maybe
I don't
not.
think so. I was looking.
This Segovia Psylocke is gorgeous too.
Totally could have made that an incentive.
Yep. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to have a bad Psylocke cover.
I agree.
This is the all other book, this X-Men from the Ashes sampler. I want to read that. I want to check that out. This Josh Middleton is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was just looking at that. Oh, there's one left. Should I get it?
It's good, dude.
$52.
They got 40 on must have been 40 off the bat. Look at that. Oh,
That's great.
Yeah, that's good.
her eyes
That's next level stuff, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's like, dude, he's evolving. Like, I mean, you look at his stuff, his early stuff, and it was fantastic, and then
Yeah.
it just gets better and better. You know.
Well,
I really like the
I agree.
Michael Cho. I do not like this, but I like the Michael Cho. It's really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Is there a Matina one?
There is. What do you think?
Does he have all his fingers?
I don't know.
I mean, like, definitely is a very talented artist. What would possess him to have to do that?
Time.
to copy people.
You know, we talk. I've been talking about it a lot lately, and you forget how much time you don't have. Right? I know Clutch. You probably went through this once you started like getting into the live selling stuff. You got to start shipping. You got to start. I mean, like that's just one thing, and then you add on everything else that you got to do in your life. You realize
I'm
that
listing books right now for my sale tomorrow.
yeah.
I mean, that's literally what I'm doing here. That's why I'm not talking as much.
Double
Like,
dipping.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of people don't sell a lot because they just don't have time to do it, you know? And
Yeah.
but could you imagine being an artist and you're probably working on multiple projects a month or a week, you know? Who were we talking? Ryan Kincaid. was on the industry show, and we asked him about that, and he's like, I'm working on multiple projects constantly. So
hey, before I forget, Brian, like when you were having your sale the other night on Whatnot, I didn't realize you were on Whatnot, YouTube, and then I was checking the weather on Twitter, and I said, McClay's on fucking Twitter too, dude,
and IG. He was on IG too,
and Instagram. And I said,
Facebook.
I'll bet he saw some books tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brian, you got to teach me how to do that. By the way,
That was
same.
like literally amazing, dude. Like you stream from 4 different platforms. I mean, at 4 different platforms. That's nuts, dude.
Once I figure out how to get the Shopify stuff working easy, I'm going to just have days where I just sell on Shopify from the YouTube page, right? Just, okay, this book's available now if you want it. It's for this much. This book's available now if you want it for this much. And they're in the description. And then we could all get on there, and you could just, if you have a Shopify store or, you know, something, a lot of us have Shopify stores now. They're cheap. They're like $29. We could all put our stuff up there that we already put up on eBay, and then just, you know, put them in the descriptions. There's a way to just automatically add them to the description. So
yeah, there was during my last time at Skybound, there was like some platform we had looked at that had that integration with Shopify. And so basically you can like, just like you can do on you can just click it and it pops up in the chat and it has that whole thing. And I was like, this would be great. We never went down the road with it, but I was always like, it's pretty cool. I'll try to see if I can dig it up. I'd be interested to see what that was.
yeah.
so it's like streamlining, just boom.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, if you have a live stream, the whole platform, you connect to your stream through it, and then you plugs into your shop. And so you can click the item to go live when you're on there. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
But I think we ended up using Whatnot at the time because it was there.
Easy.
And so that's what we shifted all of our stuff to.
Well,
so.
let's be honest. I mean, that is what is so great about Whatnot. It is easy to use now. They went through the 2-3 years of being in beta, and they've updated the ease of use. eBay will get there eventually. They're just going to go through their shitstorm of beta like everybody else. But Whatnot is at that place where it's just easy to use. It's, to do everything, not just go live, but also get paid, send stuff out, print labels.
I definitely like their integrations of what they've made since like we started on the app. Like you used to before, you had to sit there and list everything on your phone. I'm sitting here typing it on my desktop, like with ease. Like I'm gonna go back and add the pictures and all that. But like I can fill out all the description stuff I need to, just like at my fingertips. I mean, I know they've made it even easier if I made a CSV file and just like had everything listed on there, and then I could just upload that.
That's what I use, is a CSV file for Whatnot.
Yeah.
That's all I use. Yeah. Chucky asks, Clutch, will Skybound have a booth at San Diego, or will they be at Image's booth?
Skybound does not have a booth. They've got Clutch.
Hell fucking yeah.
So Skybound's they're not setting up at the show this year, but they partner with eBay and myself to do their variants for the show. So I'll have a space on the show floor. I think it's booth 1101. And so I'll have the variants there, but then also eBay live stuff. So a lot of different ways to get the books.
Yeah, you're going to be busy, bro.
I hope so.
You will.
You get to the situation where you're like, I'm at the questioning part of the prep where I'm just like, man, no one's going to show up. No one cares about any of this stuff, and then when you get to the show, it's madhouse. So
yeah.
Wait, what is that? That Edwin Gaiman? That is cool.
Yeah, this one's really cool. This one's interesting. Check this out.
Oh, that's pretty neat too.
Right?
I like that.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Sosa Micah did a cover.
Yeah, we just got done looking at it.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm watching the game as you guys. I got a bunch of DraftKings lineups, and I've been doing so good on DraftKings. I'm alive right now. I'm in the top 60.
This one looks interesting. This Lyrics Lee one. Look at that.
Yeah, he did a lot of good covers across publishers this week.
Yeah,
really good.
Did you see? Did they show is the Art Adams on there?
No.
Because he's got a variant with, I think he and ANZ Comics are co-producing the
hold on.
variant for the show.
Oh, it's an exclusive?
Yeah, for San Diego.
There's Ryan Kincaid's.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the Kincaid one's good. That one's interesting. Sue Lee. That one's decent. There's the Souza Michael foil.
I just wish they'd stop doing foil, dude. It just doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
They would sell more books, in my opinion, because it looks like shit when you're buying online.
Yeah, it's a lot of the foil that they're, for some reason, it's dull. It's from for a lot of
it has a lot to do with the color of the image too, right? Like
yes.
It certain colors just really pop out the foil effect, and some just like it gets muddied. It's a really thin line to walk.
Yeah. This is a really good series from what I hear from Emmett Haven for Heroes. This is his nephew, I believe. It's
okay.
Yeah, does the art in this book. I believe the
issue
art,
one?
right, Emmett? Emmett's in the chat. Yeah, Bear Pirate Viking Queen. Super
first
interesting
issue?
story. No, it's at issue number 3 right now.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it
Really
out.
good.
Is it related to Cowboy Ninja Viking, whatever
No.
that book was?
No.
I love that stuff.
It's super it's let me go to issue number 1 and read it off because it's really interesting.
Yeah, I missed this one for some reason.
Yeah, it's like
It's Lone Wolf and Cub. Get it right.
yeah, like witches and fucking Vikings and where's the summary? No summary? View issue summary. A blood-splattered story of conquest. Bears, pirates, Vikings, and queens all battling for their claim to determine what the world will become. Rendered in stunning watercolor by artist Jonathan Marks. I'm not even going to say that name. It's a excellent name. It's a gorgeous story of a blood spilled to make countries. And what's cooler than Bears, Pirates, Vikings, and Queens? With 72 stunning pages, it's sure to become a most beautiful, thought-provoking books of the year. Yeah.
And is that last name? Last name has Baravecchia. That's pretty cool. It's a bear.
Baravecchia. There you go. You were better than I about that, but I think you said it right. Baravecchia. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell is a super cool name. Sounds like a band name or a name of a song or something.
Here comes the mortars.
Yep. Free Agents, Kevin McGuire, Eric Larson, 1 in 25. I don't know what this is about. Anybody know what this is about?
No.
It's like a 90s throwback book they put out, right? It's isn't it Remender?
Is that who it is?
I think so.
Let's see here. Kurt Busiek.
Oh, there you go. Oh, and Fabian. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Kurt Busiek.
It's not bad.
Yeah, did Astro City, which is excellent. One of the best comics ever. Veterans of a
Decent
massive
team.
intergalactic war. So, interesting. Science fiction. That's cool. Grommets, second print for number 1. Gunslinger. That's an interesting cover. I wonder, has Todd McFarlane announced any of his stuff for San Diego yet? Does anybody know?
Not that I've seen.
I haven't seen anything.
I love the Tim Seeley homage to the Cyberforce McFarlane Jim Lee cover. Or was it just McFarlane?
I really like Local Man. That's a fun book.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Like, it's really good. They're supposed to do this big time jump, right? You're gonna go to like from 12 to 25 or something like that. This book is going crazy. A lot of people are finally realizing how good it is. You've
been saying that since the release day.
Yeah, yeah. People are searching out the Geiger stuff. I found my Geiger stuff the other night. Got a stack of Geiger, and I found the first appearance of Junkyard Joe. I think that book's gonna get hot, or if it's not already hot. But
do you have that rare second print?
I think so.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I got them all. This one always cracked me up. 271 with the Mickey Mouse, or the yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
It is, dude. All right, so this is the book for me this week. Is the Scarlet book? Yeah. I haven't
the
read it.
150s are sold out.
Yeah, the 150s are good. I don't know what's going on with this one. I don't know who this guy is yet. I haven't read it. I saw the image. It looks like it's Storm Shadow. So, but Storm Shadow is the 1 in 25, and it's gorgeous.
Can't find that.
I love that 125 because no one had the cover art for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at Clutch.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Can't find it because I got them all.
Look at those.
Oh, dang. Look at them.
Nice.
That's gorgeous.
So he's got one for each of us on the panel, is what he's really saying.
Yep.
I love how it shows his bow and arrow and the arrows, because that was one of the best things about Storm Shadow, is he had that backpack that you could put the two swords in, and I always lost.
I lost mine.
Yeah, the small sword. Always.
Dude, I'm telling you, you do William the Refrigerator Perry, bro.
Yeah.
That book, you will
Clutch.
sell out.
Would love to.
Fucking minutes, dude.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Great.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yes.
I almost kind of like, I'll go half with you on it, dude. You know what I mean? Because I just like that. You put that, and you're gonna have like us guys remembering that and going to get it.
I mean, when is C2E2?
See, and I told you before C2E2 this
Yeah,
year,
you
man.
did. I remember this conversation. I think it's
I even did a mock-up and everything.
C2E2 is March.
That's the date.
Bro, get it and do it the same way as Scarlet, just like that, and put that fat son of a bitch on there, dude.
It'd be amazing.
This
With a football, dude. Yeah.
Scorched cover is awesome of Haunt. Such a great character. I sold the Haunt #1 this week, and I thought about not selling it because it's just such a cool
Ryan
character.
Otley, like that early stuff that he did on for Haunt was impeccable, man.
Think about the creators that were on that series. You had
Absolutely
Robert, you had Kirkman, you had McFarlane, Capullo, Otley. Like, are you kidding me? This is pretty good cover right here. Raymond Gay.
Yeah, I was wondering who did that.
It's gorgeous.
It's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
It's really good. Again, $2.99. That is
Hold the line.
Yep. Walking Dead. There's the Art Adams. And then some of the DC stuff. You've got this really badass. I like this cover. I don't know
Reminds me
why.
of Kingdom Come.
Yeah,
That's
it does. Totally. Yep. This John Tim's connecting cover is interesting. Very colorful. Here's the Puppeteer Lee. Speaking of, are we going to see a Puppeteer Lee variant again this year at the Spawn booth? I wouldn't mind it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Jim Lee. Let's see what this looks like. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see here. That's terrible. Jesus. This is gorgeous. The Jimenez from Batman 150. Raised UV foil. What does that mean? Did they find some printer that is going to just be amazing?
If you rub it too much, it's cancerous.
who did the art on that, Brian?
Wes Craig, it says. First
that's
full
pretty
team
cool.
appearance of Task Force 7. That could be a really cool cover. Anybody see it? That's a 1 in 25 right there. That's good.
So good.
Yeah.
Chris is amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. This one's really good too, this Dust and Wind cover. But this right here should have been a 1 in 25. Find it. Look at this.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? That should have been a 1 in 25. It's beautiful. I love Harley's face. I love how her headpiece looks different too. It looks something about it's just different. Mattia de Luis. I've never heard of that artist. Huh.
It's Matina. And he changed it. It's his pseudonym.
Yeah. Look at the 1 in 50.
I'm just kidding, man.
This is the 1 in 50. 1 in 50. This is an interesting cover.
That's okay.
Yeah. 1 in 50.
I didn't get a chance to go to the LCS today, man, and I'm just like, God dang it.
1 in 25. Chris for Birds of Prey. It's not bad. Let's see here. This one's really good. This Serge Acuna one is just beautiful. This should have been a ratio variant.
That's cool.
Right? Awesome. So good. That one's pretty interesting. That one's interesting. This one's beautiful. They've been doing these. I don't know what they're calling these or what. They almost look like stained glass covers.
Yeah.
And her face is a little messed up, but it's a beautiful design cover. I love the way that, shout out to AOA. I love the way that the JSA is around her. The JSA when Alex Ross was doing those covers, and who was doing the stories? Was that, who was that? Not James Robinson. That was that, who was doing that? Let me see.
That almost looks like an arcade cabinet. Like arcade cabinet art. Like that you would see on the game.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is that it? Did he say Jeff Johns? It was Jeff Johns. Look at that. Yeah, when Jeff Johns was doing this run of Justice Society of America, it was awesome.
Yeah, I had that whole run, man.
Right? And Alex Ross did these covers. Pull this up. This one right here is my favorite. Starman with the galaxies. So good. There's a Superman Kingdom Come one too, I remember.
You know what freaked me out was and I don't know if it was this time frame, but like the Hawkman covers.
Yeah.
Like every cover you look at from that time frame was phenomenal. Just like the Spectre. God, I can't remember the Hawkman artists, but the covers were awesome, but they're not worth anything.
Yeah. Because they were just regular covers.
Yeah.
Right? Perillo.
Oh, they got the Soups logo.
1 in 50 Nakayama of Poison Ivy. But this one right here is really good. It's a 1 in 25. This one's good too. The regular cover. Death Becomes Her. I read a little bit of this.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then here's the one that's, I think it's just the regular. Yeah, it's the regular cover. It's crazy.
It's a chick putting the
It's
flower over her eyes.
Yeah, I think it's
Who
Harley.
is it? You think so?
It is Harley. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Because what's her name comes back in that. This is interesting. Dave Stevens homage.
Dan Parent doing it,
yeah.
right?
Yep. Limited to 200. Yuck. Yuck. That's interesting. And
Hey, Farrah Fawcett, dude, go back to that one, dude.
oh yeah, right there.
Hey,
Limited
bro,
to 200.
she's from my area. She's from Corpus, man.
This Conan cover is great. All of those covers are great. Doctor Who. Some Star Wars stuff. Kanto. This is cool that the new Kanto starting, the volume 2. It's issue 2. Everybody said 1 was good, so that's cool. This is a great cyberpunk cover. And Grendel. That's both of those are great covers. And again, shout out to Cover Price for having this page. Here's
Hey,
the
slow down, Brian. God.
You want to see that again?
Mama.
Here's
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say, where's the
Sonic.
mama?
Yeah. Here's the Sonic stuff. Supposedly a new character, right? So the 1 in 10. And then RoboForce, Toxic Summer. We don't know, Astrobots. This is Vault stuff. That's crazy. Cool. Wow. Antarctic Press. And Dark Crystal.
Go back up. Go back up. Right there, right there.
This one?
Soul Taker, the first one, the Michael Santa Maria. Let me just look at that.
Mad Cave?
Yeah.
Bad.
I mean, that's a cool cover, man.
Yeah. Look at this. This one right here is beautiful. Dark Crystal. That's cool. Facsimile, right? Is it a facsimile on that one? Human Fly. And Knights of the Dinner Table. Shout out Harold. Who's the original actor that did this? Harold. I forget his name. 1930s. Classic. Was like the original Charlie Chaplin. And then this is interesting. Limited to 500 photo cover. Are they all limited to 500? All the Penthouse photo covers?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a great comic.
And I think that's just about it. Shout out to Cover Price.
Big week.
Yeah, real big week. That's for sure. I got a bunch of pickups, but I didn't get them ready to show. So I'll save those for Saturday. Did you guys get any pickups?
I already showed my pickup.
I showed some stuff on Richie's. I think I showed this last time, right? This Ellie? Numbered Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I show my Series 2 stuff? The
Yeah,
Bregman,
what'd you get? Bregman, nice.
So no auto. So I got his relic. Game used. I was happy it was game used.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I did hit a Ronald Acuna Jr. home field advantage.
That's cool.
So yeah, I mean, Series 1 and Series 2 have treated me really well. Like I pulled a Bobby Witt Jr. out of Series 1, and then now I pulled a Ronald Acuna Jr. So I don't plan to buy any more Series 2.
I got your stuff, Clutch.
I did get my chrome tape.
Hope it's not all too bad.
Yeah, so this is the 3-way split cassette tape we put out. So this is the band members only version tape.
That's dope.
So there's only there's only 15 copies. Oh, nice. Clutch got the purple tape.
I'm gonna send a pic to Aaron, but I'm gonna show you what I picked up, and you guys are gonna freak out.
Just put it in the Google chat so Brian can pull it up and share it.
I want to send it to you, Aaron.
So I can hold it up.
Did you guys see episode 6 of Acolyte?
I haven't yet.
Not yet. I just started watching it.
You just started watching Acolyte?
Yeah, my Jess has been gone, so I haven't been watching it. And then I was like, I got to catch up because I heard you guys talking about like 5 on stream the other night. I was like, oh god, I gotta get caught up.
Yeah, I won't ruin it, but there was a couple things that made me think to myself, like, again, is the person, I don't know the showrunner or anything on this. I haven't done any deep dives, but is she a Star Wars fan? Does she know Star Wars? There was just some things where I was like, it felt really off, but there was also some things that were really cool. I'm starting to actually kind of like the guy, the Sith guy, and you can kind of see where they're taking it, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. So, not too negative yet. Did you get that sent over there yet, Hood?
I just sent it right now.
Where'd
And
you
then
send it?
I was looking through the Vampirilla run that this Art Adams
Oh,
did
that's cool. I love those ones.
with the gorilla.
Oh wow!
Let me see. Let me check it out.
Monkey Man and O'Brien.
Is this the first time he's on the source?
No, on the cover, I believe. Like there's that other one with Mace where it's the first time he's ever in. Me and Blue Green were talking, and he said you need to look out for these. So I went on a little scavenger hunt, and I found that for $40. So
That's awesome.
Still polybag.
Yeah, still polybag.
That's cool,
That's
dude.
it's a fuck it, you know.
Yeah, I love that stuff, man.
He's a property, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got
But-
the new album coming out,
But
which is a big deal.
look at that.
Is that Art Adams?
Yeah.
What's that series called? With the
This is
monkey,
Vampirilla.
with the monkey and the
Monkey Man and O'Brien.
Monkey
Oh,
Man
yeah.
and O'Brien. Yeah, that was good shit.
This is some old school Casada. Look at that shit, dude.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
Painkiller Jane.
Mama.
Painkiller Jane was dope.
Mm-hmm.
There's Joe. Did anyone else like Joe's got something cooking? I
Yeah.
heard. Like for San Diego, I think there's like a panel or something he's doing.
I hope so because we haven't heard anything from him in a while.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going on.
Yeah. San Diego, man, is gonna be very interesting this year for sure because it's gonna be probably the biggest show in years, right?
This Ethan Van Sciver, right?
Well, especially if
Cyberfrog.
since they're bringing back Hall H, I think that's going to be a big deal for San Diego, right?
Mhm.
That's been how long has it been since the last one? Is it 3 years?
Yeah, I think so, right? COVID, they didn't do it the COVID year,
Get
they
to
didn't do
COVID.
it the second year, and they didn't do it last year.
Yeah, because of the strike.
Mama.
Yeah.
So
Look at that.
Is this from your
you can make 'em
Vampirella?
kiss. You can make them kiss. Mama.
Like, I'm looking forward to seeing
and then you can see
2025, the year of Red Hood.
Yeah.
This year is cool. I'm stoked to see you guys, but like I want Hood out there. Like that's when it's gonna be nuts.
the full con. Like
I'll get us in trouble, dude. You know.
No, see, the formula is I have to be around, and then Joe gets all the beef in trouble. So it's like, you're friends with that guy?
So, just to do a quick check back, this was from Metropolis or Comic Connect. Reflecting on the last couple days, I've been struck by the profound impact a single image shared with me by Stephen Fischler, our CEO. The ad placed by our company 25 years ago marked the birthing of something truly remarkable, the 10-point grading scale for comic books. It's very interesting that he's bringing that up, right? After they sold this. But
What did that sell
everybody's-
for, Brian? 170K.
Yep.
So
170K.
that predates the Overstreet grading scale?
No. No.
Oh, okay.
This is an open. It says an open letter. It says change is necessary. Without it, we cannot grow. Without growth, we are history. For the last 2 decades, the world of comic collecting has. This is actually from. I'm not sure when was this from. 25 years ago. It says here, for the last 2 decades, the world of comic collecting has flourished using the Overstreet price guide and its grading system. We are indebted. Unfortunately, for many collectors, new and old, the 100-point grading system is difficult to use. Even seasoned veterans and retailers find it tough to apply. We feel that for a grading system to be successful, it must be completely accessible to everyone. Therefore, Metropolis has devised a grading system that uses a 1 to 10 scale. Comprising of 23 grades, we believe this scale is much more user-friendly and practical. It can be put to use on same page, making all comic book transactions easier. So a 10-point grading system. Everybody's talking about it. It's a big.
Well,
big
are they
story in
claiming
comics.
to have the first 10-point grading system before CGC? Is that what that's about?
No, I think he's just throwing up some love for Steven Fischler. He says
Because CGC started in 2000, this takes it back to 1999, right?
yeah. Oh, there we go. There, it's starting. The
And
fireworks.
like, if we ever get Matt Nelson on there, why do they continue to put white pages on modern books when the pages aren't even white?
That's a great question.
Right? Shouldn't they just call it modern pages?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the white pages thing is set up for bronze, silver, right? Because that's why you have the card to be able to see from off-white, tan, brown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these pages here on these brand new books, there's not a single white page at all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I know it's something little, but
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense.
right?
It's
Just
a
call it
different-
modern pages. Because they want to tell they want you to think they're grading the page quality, right? So
yeah, it's interesting.
is it even a thing like the quality of the page not bent? You know?
Yeah.
But I will tell you, if a page is bent and it breaks color, they'll ding you for that. But you wouldn't. What would you call it? It would just be in the grader's notes if they were legitimately grading the page quality of a modern book. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So I don't know how you put white pages as a way to is a clue. Oh, all my pages aren't bent and they don't break color. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. That's
But with all
interesting.
the inside the book, the CGC book, and the way they talk about grading, they never discuss page quality on a modern book.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. That's a really good point.
Here's some new leaks from the Superman. You got Guy Gardner. Nathan Fallon is Guy Gardner. I mean, hold on here.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Good Lord.
And then there's your hot girl. So
I like that color combo on that outfit.
yeah.
That's cool. It's always rough too. Like I saw these earlier today. I was just like, God, Nathan looks terrible in that wig. And then it's just like, you know, like you see the production stuff, and then it's like when it's on film, you know, it's on the screen.
Totally
You're like, all
different.
right, it's totally different. Like all the worries I had, and so it's so hard. So I try not to watch too much, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard because it's all there, and everyone's just talking trash about it.
Yeah.
You know, everything's all digital now, but these directors are getting so much better at shooting digital, but making it look like film. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So like that, it's a process that's taken like 20 years to kind of perfect, because there's clearly a difference when something is shot on film versus digital.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, man. They're going to be trying to make it look older too, right? Isn't it supposed to be taking place like in the past? It's not supposed to be taking place now.
Is that what they're doing? They're taking it back.
Well, it looks like. I mean, if you look at the clothes they're in, like check out the. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Like, look at the clothes of people are in.
Oh, okay, 70s.
Right? It looks like the 70s.
Yeah. The Let It Be look.
Yeah.
Or
So,
60s, right?
yeah.
Mm.
The little girl's wearing some Converse Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, old school Chucks. You know?
If they were wearing PF Flyers, it would be the 50s.
Yeah, maybe 70s. I don't know, 60s. Who knows? Looks like it's going to take place.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Marsha Brady kind of hairstyle on that blonde girl with that ugly dress.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see.
Those poor kids in the 70s getting dressed up like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, we're getting close to that big moment. We're going to get a lot of information. So, all right. Let's call it a night early. No market report tonight because I'm going to be. I'm finishing. I had to finish packing everybody's stuff from Sunday's sale, and then I got to get ready for tomorrow night's sale. I know a lot of people are going to be doing sales for this weekend. Yee, do you have any sales?
I have one tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central, so that's 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific.
Nice.
So
Hey, Clutch, what's up, bro?
Yeah, bud.
Twinsies.
What type of shirts?
AKA fat guy shirts.
What type of shirts?
Carhartt.
Oh, these are Carhartt, bro.
My dog's jacket is a Carhartt.
I've been rocking
Hey, that
the
makes
Wrangler.
us practically related, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Is that a Dickies, Brian?
It's Wrangler, dude.
Wrangler?
I found these
Yeah.
shirts at Walmart, dude. They were $7 and they fit. I like, nice like shirts that they feel good, and I that's all I wear is black shirts and khaki shorts now.
I like the
It's
shirts
easy.
that show off my nipples.
Yeah, I bet you do.
A little something for the ladies.
Yeah.
As they yell, mama.
So what do you got? You got a bunch of comics you're doing, Yee?
Yeah, I have a bunch of comics listed. I almost have 50 comics listed right now. So once I hit 50, I'll probably stop there for the night. Because I'm gonna go again on Friday at some point in time.
Nice.
So I'll have to pull whatever doesn't sell. I'll probably move and lower the price, and then pull more stuff to make it like $50 for the sale.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Clutch, you got any sales coming up?
Yeah, soon. Next week, I think. It's been this. We had a really rough week. We had to go to a memorial for my aunt over the weekend, and just got back. So through with like the holiday, this week is kind of a wash.
Yeah.
And then I had to bag and board 1,000 books yesterday. Got to do 1,000 more tomorrow, and then next week they coming. They're coming.
Yep. Well, you're preparing. I know, Hood, you have no sales. You're just buying crazy books.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get on there, dude, but I've got a problem, guys. Like I still think about the books that I sold on Whatnot, even though I've got like 10, 15 copies.
Uh-huh.
And like I say this all the time, like if I got 15, I sell one, I go, fuck, man, I only have 14. I'm serious, dude. Like I don't. It's an emotional thing for me because a lot of these books, like I spent time digging and I remember what was going on in my life when I found those books. So they're like a part of, right?
Yeah.
And I just don't look at my collecting hobby as just hoarding. It's kind of like it's emotionally tied to me, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever I was going through in my life, and I was going through books. I go, oh man, this is when I got together with my wife, and I was like, oh man, that's cool. So and then I start separating them. The other day, trying to separate some books, right? Okay, I remember like this when I got in a fight with a lady at the
At
You, you know, like
Price books.
yeah, but
I've got a sale tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific, and I got a sale Friday, probably right before the Hot Stein, probably at the same time. So, yeah, come hang out. I'll
probably
short
end up
boxes.
getting on there and flipping some books and just train my mind. Well, I'm going to buy other books. You know.
Well, I'll tell you what. Some sales are good to buy books from, because I know those people out there. I know for a fact that there's people out there that buy books from certain sales and resell them. You know, that's where they get some of their stuff, and you know, that's a nice play too. You can get really good deals on live apps. And
Every time I get on Whatnot and try and buy a book, fucking Scouter is on my ass, dude.
If Scouter's watching, Scouter, hit me up. Contact me. Check your messages.
Leave me alone, dude.
I love Scouter. Rick's a good dude. That's my boy, Blue. All right, good stuff, you guys. Well, make sure you guys check out all of our links. You can find all the links below in the link trees and stuff like that. All of our sales. I know I put all my. You can find my Whatnot sale for tomorrow is already up. Go check it out. It's in the descriptions and the links and all that stuff. And check these guys' stuff out. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow on Whatnot. Adios.